to the Women's March, of which I participated in Washington, D.C., when they said that we could not, we said, yes, we can. You have been doing and doing and doing, and so I welcome the Women's Convention to my fair city of Houston, Texas, where we have a majority of women on the Houston City Council. 3 women elected to the United States Congress from here: Congresswoman Garcia, Congresswoman Fletcher, Congresswoman Shiela Jackson Lee. And a good man by the name of Al Green. I am here in the name of so many powerful women in the United States Congress, but I'm here to give you a pointed and brief message. I'm here because I know Joyce Beatty from Ohio, chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. I know Lucille Roybal Allard from Los Angeles, one of the greatest Latina congresspeople in the United States Congress. I'm here because of Pramila Jayapal, who comes from Washington, head of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. Women are everywhere. Where are they?
Everywhere!
So I have this message for you. Not only because I have The Bad Feminist, the book that is a centennial book that speaks to both our many sides as women and sisters, that you will hear from Roxanne Gay. But I am also here because this is a time more than any other time that the Shirley Chisholm in you and the Barbara Jordan in you and the Gloria Steinem in you and your mother in you and your grandmother in you must rise up, and you must rise up. For my sisters, you have done much, but there is more to do, and we cannot stop now. The Kansas voters that no one ever expected would raise their voices, and they said no. Don't remove our rights to reproductive freedom. This must be a wave across America, mixed in with the dignity of human rights and women's rights and the dignity of our children and the dignity of our lives. LGBTQ+, all of our lives are equal and deserving of dignity. So let me give you the words of a feminist, Kimberly Crenshaw. It is not about supplication. It is about power. It is not about asking, it's about demanding. It's not about convincing those who are currently in power. It's about changing the very face of power. My message: we have done much, but there's more to do, and we can't stop now. We must educate and activate. Each of you must go home to develop this wave of voting people who have an understanding of their values. I won't push on you that I am a strong Democrat and a progressive and the vice chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, but I'll push on you my values, that I believe that this country that was created for a more perfect union in the Constitution should not deny my dignity, should not strip from me my constitutional right of reproductive freedom. I should not be bending over the casket of a little baby in Uvalde because something in the minds of people who are public servants and lawmakers cannot ban assault weapons, cannot have waiting periods.
Yes! Yes!
I am losing my children. I will not take it.
Yes!
I cannot let my teachers leave their jobs. I must lift up teachers so they know that their job is a job that has made America. They cannot be bullied. Children cannot be bullied.
Yes.
I must write legislation, and I must help our families that children can go to school safely and teachers can teach. And I can honor those teachers because they teach. And so we have done a lot, but we have much more to do. And we can't stop now. Andrea Lord, a feminist, said, in the cause of silence, each of us draws the face of her own fear of contempt, of censure, or some judgment or recognition or challenge of annihilation. But most of all, I think we fear the visibility without which we could not truly live. And that visibility which makes us most vulnerable is that which is also the source of our greatest strength. Do not be afraid of being seen and heard in your community. Do not be fearful. Do not be silent. Do not have someone tell you, I've heard it already. I don't want to hear it again. Because as I said, oh yes, we've done much. We've had the Women's March. We've fought for reproductive freedom. But there's more to do. There are more attacks on our rights. Support me as I put in law the anti-vigilante stalking bill, which is going to stop those stalking women trying to access an abortion or health care and hold them criminally liable for stalking you. So, as I leave you with these pointers of what we should be doing as you listen to Roxanne, you must understand, oh yes, there are 51% women in this country, but only 28% of us are in the Congress. Only 24% in the Senate, 28% in the House, but guess what? 0% as President of the United States. Have we finished our work? No! Have we finished our work? No! And the only way I can get you to move that power and to be able to take the words of Shirley Chisholm that said, if there's not a seat at the table, then you bring a chair and sit down at that table. Maybe even Barbara Jordan, who said, when they asked her, my mentor, that was the Congresswoman, the first African-American to serve since Reconstruction out of Texas, and they asked her, what do you people want? What do you women want? What do you African-Americans want? What do you Latinas want? What do you Asians want? What do you want? What our Anglo sisters want? And she looked at them and said, we want the promise of America. And so you are here today as you listen to all of these dynamic speakers, as the Women's March presents you with this opportunity for fellowship and networking. It is not for you just to have sisterhood and build your feminism. It is for you to get out on the road, to go home, and to do like the Kansas voters did. They spoke, and we heard them around the world. You need to speak and be heard around the world. And when we get to November, I'm not going to tell you who and what to vote for. I'm not going to say party. You know what I am. But what I am going to say, what are your values? What are your values? What are you going to vote for? Our children being safe in school? You'll unshackle you from taking away your reproductive rights and instilling the Constitution, your freedom of speech, your right to due process, and your right to a criminal justice system that treats you and your family with dignity. That is among the many things that we must fight for. And I leave you with this. We are sisters, are we not? We are sisters, are we not? We are sisters, are we not? And if we are sisters, then you link arms, stand up on your feet, because I want to see if you're sisters. Stand up on your feet. And I'm going to show you as I go to my seat that what we're going to do when we go to our respective homes, we're going to walk, we're going to march, we're going to be heard, we will not be silenced, we will not be fearful, we will fight for what is right for those who cannot fight for themselves. And I hope when you go, you remember the cause that I'm fighting for, and that is to free Brittany Griner. I hope you will free Brittany Griner, to bring her home, to bring this world champion, this Olympian, bring her home. She is you, she is me, we are together, we are sisters. Yes, we have done much, but there's more to do, and we can't stop now. Thank you all so very much. We are sisters and brothers together. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you.